The Houston Rockets begin the game with the basketball. Paul goes to the right side. To Paul. Harden. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Harden in possession. Down 2. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
James Harden trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Walker into the front court. Looking to make something happen to Nick Batum. It's Rockets ball. Chance for Paul. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him, make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
Turns and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finishing. It's all business.
Gordon with it. Down a point. To P.J. Tucker. Ooh, Chris Paul. Missed his first. That one goes.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Down by 1. To Batum. Here comes the screen. Batum against Gordon. Spinning shot. Won't fall. Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Here's a chance from long range. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Three-pointer and now a free throw on the trip. Charlotte with the basketball. Walker to Nick Batum. Here comes the screen. Walker. Misfires. It's no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Harden with the basketball. Up by 3. Gets it in the right corner. Tucker to Harden. For 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Kemba Walker against Chris Paul. To Batum. Walker. Cleans it up. Offensive board. The jumper's off the mark. Harden into the front court. Leads 3. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Harden hits the free throw. It's a 3-point play. The Rockets extend their lead.
Oh, yeah, me and you.
To Miles Bridges. From the painted area, won't go down. And he's going to the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Knocks down the first. Two for two on that trip. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Here comes the screen. Paul. Nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Miles Bridges. Batum. Going to launch beyond the arc. Well, their first three, and they're right back in it within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
To P.J. Tucker. Paul. Shot won't go. To Miles Bridges. Batum. Fires the three. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Harden. Fires the three, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
To Miles Bridges. Here comes the screen. P.J. Tucker rejects it. A couple of cracks at the line now.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Nope, first one does not go. Missed the second, 0 for 2. Paul into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. To Harden. James Harden. He's now 4 for 6.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are getting.
Now a timeout coming here from the Hornets coach as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Time to shuffle things up. To Miles Bridges. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Malik Monk Trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. No, I missed a short one there.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
One quarter down. The Rockets with the lead. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Oh, a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Walker. Not that time. He misses. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To P.J. Tucker. Paul. James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Walker with the basketball. Down 5. Shot from the lane won't go. Harden with it up top. Minute gone by in this second quarter. Tucker. Deep left corner. To P.J. Tucker. Harden. Over to the right side. To Harden. 4-3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. To Walker.
Send me down, ice.
Here comes the screen. Walker. Monk picked up by Paul. To Kemba Walker.
Hey, watch the screen left.
From long range. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Gets a look. Can't hit.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
To Miles Bridges. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
and they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Kid Gilchrist, defended by Tucker. Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Paul to Fareed. Finish that. To Walker. Screen coming. To Kemba Walker. The Hornets with 4 to shoot. From the outside, no good. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 of 4 now.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Trailing by 4. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Nick Batum at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Harden. Oh, had him going there for a second. Harden shoots. Knocks it down off the step back. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Paul to Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Nick Batum. Here comes the screen. To Batum. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
James Harden. Rebound pulled in by Charlotte. Hornets right now in possession. To Nick Batum. Nikola Batum. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Paul. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Screen coming. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy. First half comes to an end with the Rockets in front.
The Rockets are in a tight battle after 2 quarters, and they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Walker into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Nothing going here on that drive. Walker. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Harden to Paul. Harden. Another chance to the outside to Paul. Tosses and a pass taken away by Charlotte.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Hornets have the basketball. Batum matched up with Harden. To Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Ed, here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Screen coming. Harden to Fareed. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Leads 4. Oh, whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Walker. Lamb. Harden's on him. Not that time. Harden in possession. His guys trail now by 4. To P.J. Tucker. Goes to the right side. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Harden. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go. Walker with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. And Tucker with the rebound. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Harden. Paul. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Leads 1. To Batum. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Oh, had him going there for a second. Another chance. And a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
Walker into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. That's no good. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Cody Zeller, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 73%. And he connects on the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Gerald Green. Gerald Green slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His group now down 2. Short jumper won't fall. Paul looking for his man. A pass stolen by the Hornets. And they called a foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. And throws it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Kemba Walker at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Rockets have the ball. Paul, deep left corner. To P.J. Tucker. Oh, he had him there for a second. Austin Rivers. To Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended. Walker with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Here comes the screen. Walker. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. Screen coming. Paul to Rivers. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance. River shot there, won't go.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
To Kemba Walker. Kenneth Faried with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. To Miles Bridges. Walker. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Paul into the front court. Shot clock off as they look for a lead going into the fourth quarter. Almost unlucky bounce. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, the Hornets out in front. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money down the stretch. It's game time.
Kenneth Faried at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Can convert the free throw. Hornets at the controls of this one. A drive, but he can't get it to go. Another follow, no good. To Paul. Cruises inside for 2.
Oh yeah, I like that.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Walker into the front court. His guys down 3. And the Rockets clear the board. Gerald Green gets it in the right corner. Here's CP3. Ooh, Chris Paul. With that, he's 5 for 9. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Paul. Scores from the post.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. The deficit now up to 5. Here comes the screen. To Walker. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark. Paul to Gerald Green. Paul to the rim. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Ah, Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Has a look. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Houston takes over. To Harden. Takes stock of the floor. Harden to Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Harden. Can't connect. Walker with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. Oh, he had it. Harden to Paul. Trying to cash in. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
To Kemba Walker for 3. Not that time. He missed it. Harden with the basketball. It's a 9-point lead. Walker. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Tucker to Paul. Probing the defense. Gets it in the left corner. Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. Well defended. Into the front court, it's Walker. They trail by 7. And draws the foul.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Cody Zeller, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Harden into the front court, up by 6. To P.J. Tucker. Paul lobs it up, and a pass taken away by Charlotte.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Good look that time, but off the mark. Another follow, still no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
To Harden. Has a chance. Now a step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now whistle, and Charlotte is going to use a timeout. But this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Walker. And that's rebounded by Houston. Harden has it up the floor. To Paul. To Walker. The rebound belongs to Houston. Harden with it up top. It's an 8-point lead. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets got themselves a win here today. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets. The Hornets just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. The Charlotte Hornets got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen.
Game track. Field goals.
The Houston Rockets were tough to beat today considering how well they shot the ball. It's easy to frustrate your opponent when even their best defensive effort doesn't translate into a lead, or more importantly, a win.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul did not shy away from contact in this game. He did the dirty work, getting plenty of rebounds to help his team get the win.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.